Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Chelsea, and I'm starting a vlog. I have actually been filming vlogs for however long, right? But I'm yet to publish anything. But it is August. It is the 4th. We're going to try and do a weekly reading vlog and achieve some things, right? Because it's the start of Indie August. I have literally just filmed in terrible quality because I'm sat here in this mess, but I was like, I need to film it, otherwise it's never going to get done. My announcement video for 31 and 31 August edition, Indie edition. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here. Check it out. Definitely. Be loads of fun. Is it professional? No, because I'm sat here, but it was good fun. So that's done. Hopefully there are some recommendations on there as well, because I always love hearing about new things. But the point of these vlogs is to vlog myself reading. I want to do different challenges as well on how I pick my books. However, this week is just going to be a normal week. I've picked a book, I've started it, it is an audiobook, and I'm going to tell you about it. So, because that's also the point of Indie August for me, is I want to tell you about these books. And hopefully, if Editing Chels has done this right, there are links down below for you to actually check them out, because like I said, it's Indie August, I want to promote. But I am currently reading a book called Induction by, I want to say it's Shawn Oswald, but it's spelled as in scene, so I'm not sure, but I hope I'm saying it right. Shawn Oswald, and it is Induction, Welcome to the Multiverse. Now this is a lit RPG from what I can gather. We're following a 22-year-old boy whose name is Silas, and he is a nerd, self-proclaimed. Like, he loves D&D and all those things, but he does run, so he's slightly athletic. His father, unfortunately, has just passed away from cancer, and he has been read the will of his uncle, who passed 2 years prior, and has been told that in order to gain money for him and his sister to go to college, he has to go and live in the shed. Now that sounds really bloody weird, right? Why would you go and live in the shed? But it appears that the point of living in the shed is that he, Silas, has now been inducted into this thing called the System, where he is now one of Earth's forerunners, and they are battling for world points. From what I've gathered from reading so far, there is like an apocalypse coming or something like that, and everything he partakes in gains him these points so that he can get himself and his family off-world. That is what I have got. And then from the blurb, which I did not really read before going into this, this is also narrated by Travis Baldree, by the way. I know a lot of people love him. His voice is great. It says, Silas is inducted into the System, becoming the last in a long line of Earth's forerunners. The rewards are great, but the danger is greater. We are not alone in the universe. The fate of 5 worlds hangs on how their forerunners perform. Will Silas have what it takes to win Earth a place in the multiverse, or will Earth become another mining world, that was it, stripped of all resources and left a barren husk floating in the cosmos? A system-enforced secret, a deadly challenge, and only a year to go. The countdown begins now. So, from the intro, Silas gets into this world. He like finds this diary from his uncle, kind of lists a load of things off, and his uncle says, I've achieved so many things and so many points, and like shows him this memory and things of him partaking in the challenges to give, it's meant to be his brother, so Silas's dad, an idea of what he's setting himself up for. But again, unfortunately, Silas's dad had cancer and passed away before the will could even be transferred over to him, and you have to be the oldest male relative of Silas's mum. So that's fun. So yeah, Silas, currently where we're at, he is, I don't know, experiencing the world, and we have been given a hint of it. He is currently taking part in a challenge where I'm currently at, and I'm having an alright time. Like, it's lit RPG. Lit RPG is not necessarily my thing. I've got to be completely honest. I'm not a big D&D person, gamer, any of those things. I can appreciate it. I'm not into it. But I am getting very much like D&D vibes. Now, I have noticed, obviously, as you will do, to me, having only read the blurb, read a little bit of this, and heard about Dungeon Crawler Carl, I can see similarities. But at the same time, I think there's just similarities in everything anyways, because that's just how the world is. So far, I'm liking the idea that this shed is kind of an alternate place, really. There is like a portal in the basement, and only Silas has access to this, which is pretty cool, you know, like it's just different. I am liking the differences, and it is something very different to what I've been reading recently. All of last month, which you won't know because you haven't seen the vlog that I have actually filmed so far, but I need to finish another book before I can do that, and I can't finish that book now because I need to do this challenge that I've set myself, especially because now I'm putting a video out on the internet telling people that I'm doing this challenge. Yeah, so I don't know where I started with that, but either way, the book that I read that I needed to finish from last month, I didn't get a chance to finish. The end of last month was very hectic. I thought I would read more than I did. Unfortunately, I didn't. I need to carry that on in September. Like, unfortunately, it's just going to have to be a month. But we're on the 4th as I'm starting this vlog. First full week, and I wouldn't have started any indies really the past weekend anyways, because Friday and Saturday we were celebrating Jack's dad's 60th birthday, so we were setting up on Friday, party was on Saturday, and Sunday we were cleaning up from that, and I was absolutely shattered. Didn't start anything, didn't vlog. This is the first vlog. So that being said, I need to catch up. I'm behind. Like, we're on the 4th day of August. I've read no indie books. I've started Induction. I'm listening to it as I go. I have 5 hours and 13 minutes left on 2x speed. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to listen to this whole thing on 2x speed because there's a lot of numbers in it, like stats, and that actually sounds like gobbledygook at 2x speed, but anything else is kind of okay. I don't know how much more of this I'm going to listen to. I might pick up something on my Kindle because I have a lot of things ready to go on my Kindle for this challenge. Now, the question is, do I start something on my Kindle that is short, like a novella, so I can start ticking things off, or do I save them? Because I'm thinking about doing a potential like 24-hour, 48-hour challenge. Probably more 24-hour over a long weekend so I can recover, is the thought, really. And I might do that towards the end of the month because it's... But at the same time, I don't want to wait until the end of the month. I kind of want to get ahead now so that I'm less stressed, and I do still pick up stuff at the end of the month. A lot of the books I want to read though are chunky as heck, and I have proven that I cannot read them quickly. So yeah, it's all a bit of a thing at the minute, but top contenders for me right now that I want to read, that I have got on my radar, right? Blood Hunt. Has anyone heard of Blood Hunt? It's on Kindle Unlimited. It is a female rage novel. That's literally how the author describes it, and it's by Marnie L. Norton. And I found this because of TikTok. That's what I found this under. Kind of want to read that, so that is something. I will try and tell you like the blurbs of these books as I go, as I actually start reading them. So if I don't start reading them yet, there's that. I need to read Spectre. I have got a art copy of this by Krista Lend. This is for the first week of September. Indie Book Tours is doing a tour, so I might wait a little bit to read that. Actually, I might not read that straight away. What else have I got on here that I kind of want to read? Blood Brothers by Rob J. Hayes. Could read that. That's really short. It's a novella actually, and there's only like 87 pages, so I feel like that would be a very good one for when I'm trying to up my numbers. I don't want to do all of them as really short books, obviously, but I like having some of those in my back pocket of like, I'm gonna read them. It'll be fine. Other books that I want to catch up with EJ Dobell's books. That's actually probably a good shout if I look at him. I really enjoyed, I want to say it was, yeah, The Crescent Moon was book 1. So it's The Realm of the Prophets book 1. It's very much a, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. Philosophical, that was it. That was the word I was looking for. It's a philosophical fiction trilogy. I've read the first novella. I did really enjoy it, and he's recently released book 3. He's recently released book 3. Yeah, He's literally released it 1st of August. So I kind of want to read books 2 and 3 of this, and I feel like that would be really good because they're short. So maybe we'll do that as well in this vlog. But I also have his Grimdark Fairy Tales on my radar to read as well. I have previously tried to read Gold Lock and Key, which I never finished, unfortunately. That's a me thing. And he's recently released Pigs to Slaughter, which I'm guessing is about the three little pigs. And that was also released this year, and I kind of want to read those as well. So maybe that's what I'll do now. I am enjoying listening, but I kind of want to read as well. So maybe I'll pick up the Jade Sun and hopefully the Prophet Star today and try and knock off 2 books, so I'm trying to get up to speed with where I should be, being the 4th. Let's see if we can do this. Hopefully we can. Hopefully we can. I am excited. And then yeah, Rob J. Hayes books. I have to read 2 Rob J. Hayes books this month. We are doing the live stream, I can tell you, because we've actually scheduled it. Look at us blinking go. It was my fault. We were meant to do it like last week and I just hadn't read the book. The 19th of August we're doing the live, so I'm excited for that. I've got basically the next 2 weeks to read both of those, so I'm gonna continue with Induction, and once I finish that, Rob's books will be the next books that I listen to, because I've been listening to the series and I'm quite enjoying listening to the books. It's very dark today, which is why this lighting is awful as well, but it's almost lunchtime, so if you can hear my stomach going off, that is why. And I'm getting a call, so I'm gonna come back to you later once I've actually started reading something. We'll see what happens. Hi, it's Wednesday. I have a headache, but I have positive news. I finished my first book in this challenge. Only 30 more books to go and I'm already 6 days in. What am I playing at? Genuinely, what am I playing at? I finished my audiobook of Induction by Sean Oswald. I was saying that right because I listened to the audiobook and they said his name at the end, so hopefully I have been saying that right this whole time. I rated it 3 stars. It was okay. Right, so this book is a lit RPG, which is not necessarily my thing. I did really enjoy, what have I enjoyed that's lit RPG? Did really enjoy, what's it called, Paladin Unbound, which is kind of lit RPG and D&D inspired. What other? I've also read Dark Town, which is also lit RPG by Palmer Pickering. That was okay. I feel like this is a level up from Dark Town. Like, I feel as though all the information I was given in this book was good. Not saying that it wasn't in Dark Town, but I feel like it was less info dumpy. We don't have like a side character that is kind of the font of all knowledge, which I quite liked. I liked the fact that we had this goblin in Dark Town that knew everything, but I also like not having it as well, if that makes any sense. But anyways, I need to stop comparing it. So Induction is the first book in a very big series currently. Like this author has been producing books like at least 2 a year, I think, for the past couple of years, which is bonkers. There's another book coming out either at the end of this month or next month, I'm not sure. So there's quite a few books in this series already. If I feel like it, I might pick up the next book or 2 in this series, because they were okay. Like, it's not going to be something that I am thinking about forevermore, but it is a good book. I can see how people enjoy it. I can see how people don't like it as well. The main character is called Silas. He is a self-proclaimed nerd, and I like that because it makes sense. I saw a review regarding this book that said about like how unbelievable it is. Of course it's unbelievable. Like, the world is ending and he is fighting for world points to save Earth from being the next planet that gets essentially like used for its resources and then burnt and left. So it's pretty not real. But other than that, I did enjoy it. I thought it was quite cool. I I'm not sure how I feel about the split life kind of thing. So by that I mean this kid is going to college in the day. He ends up joining the rugby team through weird circumstances, basically because he's now part of this like 4 runners thing. He's almost become superhuman in a range of elements in his body. Like he's really fast, he's really strong and all these things. Gets into a fight with football people that I don't really understand where that was provoked from, because from the understanding that I had, maybe I missed it, this kid, Silas, was going to a whole new school, so I don't know how he knew anybody, but they were taking the mick out of him for wanting to join cross country because he's only good at running away, and then he ended up in a fight. And then the cross country guy was like, no, we don't want people fighting on our team, and the football coach was like, yeah, we'll have you because you're full of aggression and we love that. And then on the flip side of it, obviously the main part of this book is Silas going through and learning how this like alternate multiverse thing works and how he's gaining points and fighting monsters and all these things. And I just don't know how I felt about that, if I'm completely honest, because I genuinely don't. I do not know how I feel about that. It was very odd. I think I would have preferred if it was just like the multiverse section, but I also understand how they were like, oh well, this is how he maintains relationships in the real world, and people don't think he's just like disappeared because he does have family and ties back in the human world, or like the normal world, whatever you want to call it. So like, yeah, it was okay, it was a good book. The writing wasn't horrific, which is quite nice. Pacing I didn't have any issues with really, so again, that's also quite nice. So yeah, 3 stars. Good book, would recommend. Not my next favourite, unfortunately, but that just means we're going on to the next thing. So I'm still reading Anathema. I think that's how you say that, on my ebook. I might pick up a physical, I might not read at all. My head hurts. But I do have book mail. I think it's book mail. I don't know. We're gonna open it and see what it was. It was literally left in my planter out front. So let's actually see what is in it. Right, let's see what this is then, because I don't know. It could be, this is annoying, I think I know what it could be. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting it to be that chunky, but it is what I thought it was. Oh, and it's floppy. Oh my god, look at this cover, guys. This is an indie published book. This is Void's Vengeance. I don't know if this is the final book in the Death's Disciple series. So I read Death's Disciple ages ago, and I need to continue with the series. It is high on my list to read this month for this challenge. But this is the 4th book in this series. I don't know if it's the end. I love how floppy this is though. This is amazing. I love this. Oh, there's a story so far section. I love that too. I can't get over how floppy this is. Like, I don't think the other ones are this floppy, which is also fine, but I can't tell you anything about the blurb of this one because, like I said, I just took myself out. This is the 4th one, but I can't get over this cover. Like, it's actually stunning. That is insane. Love that. Wow, Emma, you did a fantastic job on this cover. Love that. Can't wait to add that to my shelf. Can't wait to read that, actually. So yeah, yeah, we'll see how we're getting on with the brain, because the brain is not braining right now. Shocking, really. I really need to edit my short video so I can just upload it to my channel. Should really sit and do that now. It's only a short video, so that shouldn't take me too long. I'm gonna go do that, and then because also when I do that, that means I can finally share the graphics that I've been working on. Like, I've actually made a graphic, guys. I've made 2 actually. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Actually, you will see it, because I'm hoping this vlog will go up on Tuesdays, and I should do like my week wrap up on like either Sundays or Mondays. I'm not sure which. But I'm going to do them on my Instagram, and I've actually made like a little actual graphic, which is exciting. And I've made like a one to go on my story so I can count down. Again, I don't know how well this challenge is going to go for me, but I tell you what, I'm bloody dedicated. I am doing the best I can. But yeah, right, I need to stop talking, going edit this video, and my camera's going to die. So I'll catch you later. hopefully with an update of something that I've read. Right, it is Thursday. I've had to just quickly go back and check my camera as to when the last time I spoke to you was, so that I'm not repeating myself. I did talk to you yesterday though, so that's pretty cool. I have read nothing today. Right, I am so far behind. I've completed one book, and we're on the 7th day of the month. I have got Aquafit in, well, I have to leave in about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half. Probably more like an hour and 15 minutes because I gotta go and get changed. Anyways, I digress. I am yet to read anything. I'm gonna go jump in the shower quickly before I go. Sounds stupid, I know, but that's what I do. Before I go swimming, I will jump in the shower and then I will put my swim costume on and go. I was meant to do it this morning, but I got too late. Anyways, I want to really pick up The Hunter's Lament when I come back, or after I finish in the shower if I don't, you know, take forever. But I don't think I will. But the writing in this is teeny tiny, so I'm still hoping this won't take me too long to read. It is 200 pages. Yeah, just under 300 pages, but the writing is teeny tiny. But I'm excited because I was very kindly sent a copy of this book. I have been meaning to read all of the books on my shelves for the longest time, but especially this. This was released in 23, so I am 2 years behind on this one, and I want to tell you guys about it. I remember this one when I got it. So this is about an infamous bounty hunter called Bittersweet, who has led his crew of like-minded miscreants for nearly 3 decades. They can track and capture any man or woman in the known world for a price, but Sweet is tired. Decades of pursuing the lowest reaches that humanity has to offer have taken their toll. The grime, the lies, the danger, the death, he's sick of it all. But it's the only business he knows, and business is good in the aftermath of a long and bloody war. The unstoppable armies of the Vol Empire, I'm sorry if the colour keeps changing, I've got the tally on still. The aftermath of something, where did I get to? Oh no, the unstoppable armies of the Vol Empire have conquered Praetia, obliterating all opposition and occupying the kingdom's cities as they establish a brutal new order. The Praetian king is slain in the carnage, but his son, the crown prince and sole heir to the throne, has vanished. Eager to tie up loose ends, the new Vol rulers turn to those who know the land and its people best, bounty hunters. Against his better instinct, Sweet accepts the contract and sets out in search of the fugitive crown prince, but his crew not alone in the hunt. Danger rides with them every step of the way. Rival gangs, Vol soldiers, deadly trackers, and dark magickas are all pursuing the heir to Praetia too. Soon, Sweet and his crew have a choice: to make, hunt, or be hunted. So, it sounds like a good old time. It's got a map, love map. I want to read this, so this is hopefully going to be my next thing. I am still reading Anathema. I have found so many books that I was like, I really want to read this on Kindle Unlimited, only to find that, luckily for them, unluckily for me, they've all been picked up by traditionally published people, which is really frustrating because I just want to read them, but that's fine. So yeah, I might end up making mistakes throughout this series month, to be honest, and accidentally reading something that was indie published and now is not. I don't know, we'll see. I'm hoping I don't. I'm trying to do my research, but if you notice something that was indie and is now not, just nicely point it out maybe, but don't be mean about it. Don't be mean. Jack has officially left for festival, his first actual, or maybe a second festival of the year. We don't do as many as we used to, so he's gone to do that. I'll see him on Saturday, hopefully, for my sister's birthday party. Well, he's not coming to the birthday party, but he's going to pop by in the morning just to come and see her, so that'll be nice. But yeah, I'm by myself now until some point on Monday, so I've got stuff I need to do. I've got reading to do, and that's what I'm going to do tonight, to be fair. And then I work from home again tomorrow. Saturday I am out for my sister's birthday, and then Sunday I can just sit and read if that's what I want to do. So that's the plan. Right, I need to go because I'm going to run out of time otherwise. And I will talk to you
later with an update of some description, hopefully.
Right, we are coming to the end of the week. It is literally Sunday, and I haven't spoken to you for a few days, so a quick catch up. I can't remember the last time I spoke to you, but what I do know is the last thing I said is I want to read this. I have started this. I am 30 pages in, not even past the prologue. We're not talking about that. Yesterday I did read, oh my goodness, I did read yesterday. Yesterday I started, what did I start? Many things, if I'm honest. Oh, sorry, I feel like I've got a tablet stuck in my esophagus. You know when you take tablets and sometimes you can almost feel like they're going down. That's how that feels. So I started Pigs to a Slaughter by E.J. Dobell, which is the second in his grimdark fairy tales. I have finished the other one, which is Gold Lock and Key. I don't think I told you this. When did I finish that? I finished that on the 8th. I finished that on Friday, and I don't think I spoke to you on Friday. So I finished Gold Lock and Key on Friday. It is a book that I have tried to read before, and I put aside for, I don't know, whatever reason. I think I got distracted. So I re-picked it up, restarted it, all that fun stuff, and I finished it. I would say this is like a 3-star. I think I rated it 3 stars. Let me just triple check. Yes, I gave it 3. Yeah, 3 stars. I love E.J. Dobell's writing. If you've never read anything of his before, you seriously need to check him out. He is a phenomenal writer, and I can't believe like how great he is just in general. I interviewed him actually ages ago. I'll link that up here for you if you ever, or if you're ever interested. I've got a few interviews actually on my channel with some amazing people. You should definitely check those out. I interviewed him a while ago about his original series, which starts with The Fangs of War, and he's just such a great person. But he has also been writing a series of grimdark fairy tale retellings. So Gold Lock and Key is about Goldie, so Goldilocks, who is in this world a bounty hunter, and she gets sent to track down this bear, I think, at the very start of the book, and it's all very dodgy. I did not expect the twist at the end, how it finished. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that'll spoil it. You should read it for yourself. It's literally like 86 pages. You can do it because apparently I can, so that means something. And yeah, that was loads of fun. So I enjoyed that. Wasn't my favourite. I have started his next one, which is, I do feel like this might be a bit of an E.J. Dobell month, if I'm completely honest, because I do want to complete the Realm of the Prophets series, because I read the first one years ago, and the second and third in the trilogy are now all out, so I could literally binge them, and they're not massively long. But I have started Pigs to Slaughter on my Kindle, which is another grimdark fairy tale about the 3 pigs. This is following our main character, who I have just literally started reading about. What was his name? Caston. And he is a foreman in these ammunition factories, which are run by the Baron's children, who are the 3 pigs. Now, they don't treat people very nicely. They've literally got names like Envo, Lusto, and there's another one, but I can't remember what the third one is. Oh, Glutto. Glutto, Lusto, and Envo. And they all have like their own bad thing that they enjoy doing, and one of Caston's friends stands up to them on Caston's behalf and then pays the price for this, and this kind of sends Caston into a rage. And apparently, according to the blurb, it says Caston gathers his supplies and prepares to enter the Sun's compound, a vast estate of 3 massive homes, one of wood, one of stone, one of bronze, because under the cover of night he shall enact his revenge for their sins, because when the workers rise up and the wolf come knocking, the pigs will be made to squeal. So I'm gonna finish that today. I'm not that far in, if I'm honest. I was reading it yesterday because I did not realise that I was volunteered as tribute to take my sister to her swimming class, which is completely fine, but because of that I was like, oh, I wish I'd brought my Kindle, remembering then that I have my Kindle on my phone. So I am 36 pages in of 125, so I'm 30% in, so I can finish that today. And then I do want to pick this up and finish this. So the plan today is to finish 2 books, right? And then this week I will have read, if I read those 2, then I will have read 4 books this week. I'm still massively behind, do not get me wrong. It is the 10th today. I should have read 10 books by now, but we'll just see where we get to. I think not next weekend, because next weekend I'm pretty busy, but the weekend after I'm basically gonna have to make some 24-hour reading vlogs, or like some day specific vlogs. I'm gonna have to, because yeah, like I said, I'm on the 10th. I am 4 books in, so I am 6 books behind. I'm gonna have to read some short books, so if you've got some recommendations for some more short books, please let me know down below. Obviously, please make sure they're indie, because that is what I would love to read. And I haven't really been dedicating the time to this challenge at all, so that's gonna change from now. I have no plans today. I was gonna go to a workout class, but I got shot in the ear with a water gun yesterday and it hurts. So I'm just gonna take it easy for today. And I'm hoping that by tomorrow I'm right as rain. It doesn't feel as bad as it felt yesterday, so it's definitely getting better. And then, yeah, we go back to classes tomorrow. But that's the plan. Or I might not even pick up Hunter's Lament, if I'm honest. I might try and carry on with Anathema and try and get more of that read. I don't know. Even though that's like a 600-page book, I want to read that. So we'll see. I found some really cool Night Court inspired ASMR rooms, which I've got on in the background, and I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna read and I'm gonna enjoy myself, because that's what I need to do. And I'm just gonna relax. I'm gonna have some lunch in a bit and then just crack on with my life, because that's what I need to do. But I'll be back before the end of the day with at least 2 updates. That's what I'm telling myself. I'm gonna have at least 2 updates, and we can go from there. So I'll be back shortly to tell you what I finished first. It'll probably be E.J. Dobell, and then we can carry on from there. I don't know if this is going to be my last post. I still have the telly going just to sound off, which is why the lights are flashing like crazy. But I do have an update. I have officially finished another book. I have finished Pigs to Slaughter by E.J. Dobell. I rated it 4 stars. So we're currently sat at 3. 3 books. I haven't touched Hunter's Lament, but I found something different, because that's what I do. Apparently I was having a little bit of a scroll through looking for some indie books that might take my fancy, because currently I really struggled with the grimdark fairy tales. Not because of them, they're both very good. I highly recommend E.J. Dobell all the time. I love his writing. Pigs to Slaughter was a 4 stars, and it was so well written, and even though that book is like, what, 125 pages, it had me really feeling for the main character that we're following, and I didn't expect that. Like, that's quite impressive as well, to be invested in a character after only 100 or so pages. But I struggled because I don't know. I think I'm just still in my romance, fantasy romance, whatever era. So I have found another book that apparently is like that. This is Shadows of Fire, which is the Shadow Realms book 1. There's like 11 books in this series already published, and I don't know how many more there'll be, or if that's the end of the series. I don't know if it's the end of the series. I've got no idea why I'm saying I think it might be, because I genuinely have no idea. This is by an author called, hang on, let me find out for you. It is by an author called Brenda K. Davies, or Davis. No, Davies, I-E-S. Yeah, so Shadows of Fire. The series is called The Shadow Realms, and there are, yeah, 11 books, with the 11th book being published last year. So maybe this is the end. Not sure. These books are rated, or like described in the description, funnily enough, as 18+ due to sexual content, which I have not experienced yet, but I'm only 80 pages in. I'm really not that far.
but our main character is called Lexi, and she is no, she's not half human, half vampire. And at the start of the book, she goes into the Shadow Realm, which is where the Shadow Fae come from. That's where I got Fae from. And after a fight breaks out at the ball that she has been invited to, purely because her father fought in said war, she becomes, I don't know, attached somehow to Cole, who is the eldest Dark Prince, and, you know, vampires aren't allowed in the Shadow Realm, and no one gets on with anyone. But her and Cole meet at this thing, they have some tension and some chemistry, and then it all goes to heck, and I haven't got to the bit where they're, like, linked yet, but once she's home, she's certain she'll never see Cole again. She's proven wrong when tragedy strikes. I think when I originally read this, before I started the book, I thought the tragedy striking was the fight that breaks out in, like, chapter whatever it is, which is the party that she is invited to attend. I think now it might be something else that has just appeared on her doorstep, which I'm not going to say more about because I don't want it to be a spoiler. But she's proven wrong when tragedy strikes. Lexi is unable to turn Cole away, even if helping him puts her in danger. Can their growing love survive the cruelty of the Shadow Realms, or will they be the next to fall? Enter the Shadow Realms, a world where vampires feast, lichens love deeply, dark fae seduce, witches cast their spells, and dragons rule the sky, and treachery lurks around every corner. There have been over 3,600 ratings on this book, and it's sat at a 4.03 average rating, which is probably pretty good, actually. I haven't got any of my friends that I'm friends with on Goodreads. I don't think any of my friends who I'm friends with on Goodreads have read this series, because it doesn't say so, but yeah, and I'm pretty sure this is indie published, because when I looked it up on Kindle, it said, oh no, definitely independently published. So, all good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It is a very easy read. It is definitely one of those more like popcorny, cheeseburgery, whatever you want to call, whatever food you want to liken to those books that aren't necessarily the best written and the most plot driven, and are just like those books you read that you know aren't good, but they're fun to read. It's one of those kind of books. I would say probably like a popcorn cheeseburger read. I don't know, those foods do not go together at all, but I think it's something like that. It's very easy to read. I'm like relatively enjoying it. I'm trying to beat the timer on my Kindle because it just says, oh, I put it to how many hours I've got left, and I'm enjoying watching the timer go down like it's a race. It's not, and I'm not skipping anything. It's just, it is that easy to read, and I love reading on my Kindle because you can just tap, and it's just, it makes me feel like I read so fast when I read on my Kindle, just because of how quickly I can read on my Kindle. Whatever the logic is behind that, I don't know, but there it is. If I don't check in again today, I will do a check-in first thing tomorrow morning before I start work, just to wrap up where we are at, so we can say where we finished the first week, and then I will start my next vlog straight away, because I want to be consistent. I want to get this edited on my lunch break tomorrow while I work from home, so that it's definitely going up on Tuesday, and you guys will be watching it on, well, you might not be watching it on the Tuesday it goes up, but it will be up on that Tuesday for you. And yeah, then I can discuss my plans for next week's reading too, because I do have some things I need to hit if I am going to be ready for the live show the week after. But it's fine because I've already started reading that book, and also tomorrow I will let you know where we stand at the end of this vlog, and then I will catch up again at the start of next week's, just saying what I've started, what I've got to finish, and all those fun things. So we are well on the way to doing something. I have got a little stockpile of short books. I've downloaded another novella onto my Kindle for when I decide that I'm going to do, or try to attempt to do, some short books. Maybe I will look at reading them over the weekend, next weekend, because I am out for both days. So I still need to try and read a book a day. I need to catch up. I seriously need to catch up. So we'll just see. But I need to stop yapping so I can actually read those books, and that's what I'm gonna do. And we're gonna keep reading until I go to bed on and off, and we're just gonna crack on from there, and we'll see where we're at. But my tracker is slowly filling up, which, although it's not as fast as I thought, and yeah, I should have started this challenge at the start of August, it's fine. It's fine. We're all fine. I'm still positive, even though it's the 10th and we've only read 4 things, but 3 things. We're gonna have read 4 things soon. But I have got other short books literally sat upstairs on my shelf. So, positivity is key. I'm gonna shut up and read. I'll speak to you either later or tomorrow morning. See you then. And just like that, it is Monday morning before I've even started work. I'm just waiting to log on. This light and my skin today, not friends. Not friends at all. So it is officially Monday, which means I can finish my first weekly reading vlog of this 31 challenge. And I can officially say I am so far behind it's not even funny. But I'm trying to stay positive because I need to. So we have read 3 books this week. It was not my best reading week. I don't feel like I knuckled down as I should have, but that is going to change hopefully in next week's vlog that you will see next week. Yeah, we read 3 books. We listened to Induction by Shawn Oswald. I gave that 3 stars. I read on my ebook God, Lock and Key and Pigs to a Slaughter by E.J. Dobell. God, Lock and Key was 3, Pigs to a Slaughter was 4 stars. And I have enjoyed what I've read. I found a new book series as well. I think I told you about it last night. I have, let me see, because I was racing my Kindle timer because I actually found it motivated me to not put my Kindle down. I'm 54% of the way in. So I'm hoping to finish that today, but that's not for today's vlog. That is for next week's vlog. And that is a massive series. So maybe we can, I don't know, smash some of those out and we'll see. They're not very long books. They're all like 370 pages until they get to a certain point in the series. And then they only go up to 400 and a bit. I have a list of short books ready to try and get throughout this week as well, so I want to try and finish a few things, but again, all for next week's vlog. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog so far. I hope you are enjoying my challenge. If you have liked this video, please give it a like, which supports me and my channel. Leave me a comment down below of whether you're taking part in something similar like this, or whether you would enjoy doing a challenge like this. I'd love to know. Or are you sensible and think maybe not? But otherwise, yeah, let me know that down below. If you want to leave me an emoji, leave me like either a bear or a pig emoji for the grimdark fairy tales that E.J. Dobell writes. And if you want to see more of me, please consider subscribing down below and ringing that notification bell to get notified every single time I upload new videos. Otherwise, that is everything for today's video. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you soon in the next one, which will be next week because I'm actually going to be consistent. Okay, thanks, bye!